Oh,
Hello, hello, hello
welcome everyone.
to another episode of
Being organic. Woo-hoo!
Happy to see you back again in the studio with us and join us. It's been a minute. This podcast life takes some commitment, so you have to bear with us while we try to get this thing going steady on a steady basis. But thank you. Thanks for joining us. How are you tonight?
Yes, hope you guys are doing good. We know it's been a while, especially since we've been here together.
Yeah.
So we're excited for everyone that comes out and hangs with us today. I'm trying to get y'all some visuals of it. There we go.
Wanted to remind you that the chat line is open. So if you have any comments, Corey, you are my diehard
Yes.
lover. Hey, Corey. We want to encourage you all to chime in with any questions, any topics, or anything you have to say.
Yes, yes, yes. We do have a special show today. As you guys know from our last couple ones, we are in what I consider season two. So what we're going to do before we move forward with you guys is just rehash and revisit some of the topics that we got, a little bit of friction on or a little bit of traffic. Yep, feedback. People are talking to us, and it's and it's,
That's Corey, y'all.
things that how I say that are becoming like a consistent topic. We will have what I call a quote or dissecting the quote, where we're going over a quote that I found. I like the quote. And it speaks to the times today. And then we've got a couple of the not feeling it topics. So we're ready to get started. With you, if you guys are,
Yeah, we're ready to get started. How was your weekend?
my weekend was good.
Okay.
I wish it was longer.
My weekend, I think my weekend was good. I got some work done. Had some work, so I've been working like holiday, like 7 days a week.
And how is your
Long
project
days.
going in
Which
the home?
project? Oh, well, yeah, it's not going. It's going to stay still because everybody keeps getting sick.
Oh, that is the case.
Everybody keeps getting sick, so every time they get sick, we have to halt the project, unfortunately. So that's what's happening on my end.
Yes,
So
yes,
what about you
yes.
guys? How was your weekend? Chime in with some things that you accomplished. If you're celebrating the holiday season, have you made purchases? Is everybody checked off on your list, checking it twice, naughty and nice?
I'm only doing a couple of gifting, y'all. I'm a big, not a super big Christmas person.
Hmm. I don't celebrate Christmas as much as I used to, but it would be nice to. It's always nice to get a gift.
Hmm.
So I'll have no objection to a gift. But outside of that, yeah, I gift all year round, so it's it's always another. I wouldn't say another day, but it's always a time for me to recognize what I've given them earlier throughout the year. So how about that? My family knows what time it is.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're just gonna get done, right? Alrighty. So one of our big topics in November was voting, guys. Hopefully you guys got a chance to get out and vote. We did want to say congratulations to Westmore. Maryland does have a new governor. Best of luck. Best wishes to you and your family and constituents as well.
Yeah, so this is he's an African American governor. So, of course, as an African American within the community, we are looking for great things. new initiatives, big changes here in
Yes.
Maryland, definitely in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. Um, as while we're talking about voting, I've been seeing more and more how vocal people are becoming when it comes to voting. So shout out to all the platforms that are encouraging people. I know Georgia is like the highlight right now where people are targeting you know, that energy so that they can get out and vote. Because how I say, if we're not out, just know that others are going to be out. So other people are going,
The others will be out voting.
so you want to get out there, you want to get yourself involved in the process. It was really refreshing to see. For me, a lot of young people are really getting into the voting and understanding, and they seem to, from the comments, a lot of the young people, it seems like they are researching. They're able to have highly, interesting debates in those comments. They're like, "Oh, you can look it up on such and such." They're like, it's a
Well, you know what I would say? Kudos to Barack Obama and his campaign. I think that he was one of the first presidents, and this is in the presidential election,
yeah.
but he really rallied the young people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from that, he set a precedent for how voting happens
Yes.
and bringing awareness to uh, all groups, definitely the young and not just like the old people. So I
Right.
think from that he kind of sparked the flame or lit a match or whatever under us and really got us fired up, ready to go. You remember fired up, ready to go?
No, I remember change.
I remember fired up, ready to go. That was his slogan.
Oh yeah, I forget what the whole thing was, but I remember change. That was the biggest.
Y'all remember fired up, ready to go? Are you fired up? You go ready to go.
Okay. Another thing or trend that I've noticed.
Stand up. I'm trying to stand up.
Okay. So another thing that I noticed, the kids are doing, they're being more informative as well. So I know that there were a couple of last minute polling station changes that happened in Georgia. And I saw one of the comments or the post where I think it was a girl. She was like, "Yeah, they changed the location, but I still made it out here to vote."
Hey, Gerald. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
just
you
saying hello
okay?
to my people.
Everyone understands this is an interactive podcast. If we're not talking back and forth, there's a problem. So we like it when you guys hit us up. Actually, we might as well check out other comments.
It's nothing there. They're coming in this.
Okay.
That's what we're doing today. But hello. Hey, Gerald. Hey, babe. What you doing for the holiday? So,
You got any thoughts on voting?
Yeah, I think everybody should vote. Everybody should vote. Of course, what you hear in this, it's been said over and over. Our ancestors toiled and labored and died and struggled, and it's true. They really put in the work, which is so absent here today. There are so many things we take for granted. I know schedules get in the way. I've been guilty of it myself. But yeah, we need to vote. We need to vote consistently. It should not even be a question.
It shouldn't be a question.
Any question what?
We're keeping it too in our feel good topics for voting because it's something that we want to put a positive kind of emphasis around. We want y'all to feel good about getting out and at least putting your voice out there. Things don't always go your way. At least you know you weren't sitting on your hands, and not doing anything. Welcome everyone. And
we have a question from Moni. Moni 110. Hey, babe, we do have waist beads. Yes, we do have waist beads.
Oh, you know what?
Can we show her later? We're going to show you later. Stay in. We're going to show you what we have.
What was her name?
Moni. What I wanted to say is, it would be great if you guys chimed in.
Yes,
and let us know some things that you would like to see within your communities from your officials. And what are you doing to make those things happen instead of just wanting, wishing, hoping, and praying? Are you active? Are you doing the legwork? Are you sending an email? Are you writing a letter? What are you doing to communicate with the officials. You know, there was I saw in an Instagram feed, there was a gentleman who lost his job and he had all this back pay that was due to him. So he sent a letter to Kwaizi and Fume, okay, saying this is what's going on. This is Kwaizi was like, I'm on it. You ain't gotta worry. Got that joker his back pay in less than a week.
And he made he implored to people to reach out to your the people that you guys are putting in office. I know a lot of the times it feels like you just can't get through, you can't cut that red tape. But try to find out, try to figure out the system, ask questions, try to get your representative, how would I? You can look that up too. How you can better get in touch with your representatives so that you don't
well, as Kwaizi reminded us, that's what they're there for. The assistance that the gentleman needed would typically take weeks. And he said it would just be sitting on someone's desk.
And that, yes, and I would say to the workers, state workers, people that are in those offices, I'm not coming for your neck or anything like that, but it felt like when I was watching this and they were explaining how the papers could just be sitting on the desk, it was like to me, well, why would anyone in that type of position, why would they be, not complacent, but what is happening, but they can't
They gotta go to lunch.
Don't be funny.
Anybody who's been to the state office building, well, I was
any of them,
buildings, you know how to. I mean, it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime. It's time to gossip. It's time to. It's just not a priority to them,
and I find that problematic.
It is problematic.
That seems to be a place to me that, like, I don't get to be lackluster when I'm selling soap. So y'all are out here, trying to reform and get people, the things that they need and do different things. I would think you could not be relaxed or chill on the job. So my, call is just to say, think about the people who, it might feel like you might never have to put in my mouth. Think about the people. It's getting too much work. Maybe see if your supervisor can, get you some help. See if y'all can do like a commute. I don't know how they do it there, but if you feel like you're getting flustered,
the job can't get any easy. I mean, you are pretty much pushing people. I don't know what else they need to happen unless somebody comes and does it wrong.
They could be stressed like any other job setting too. That's something to think of. They could be call out,
who's giving them the pass.
Okay. Not trying to get them a pass, but you don't want to come down people's neck. They might.
Well, I'm not coming down their neck. I'm just saying people trying to establish businesses to really get the economy going, keeping it going, and all you have to do is stamp it, put it where you gotta go and hit, and next in line. So I don't know.
So just being a little bit more, a sense of urgency is a good one that can put that. Having a little urgency when you're doing, in a job setting like that, it just seems very off. That like he knew to say that, like he knew that could have been a possibility.
Well, and the one thing I will say, there are services that will allow you to expedite things. And what I have noticed is people are using the expedite service as just common because they need to get their stuff done. Some places you can't expedite stuff, so you just have to wait. But you shouldn't have to use that as a normal course of action just to get your paper processed. But I mean, if it's happening, good evening, Jersey Pete, I guess it is.
Yes, welcome. Moving on in our November hottest topics, and if y'all have any resources that you know of, send us the resources so we can spread it to our community here as well. The next topic from our November hottest topic was community. And how do I say? I don't know, we've been through community in a couple different ways on the show in the past. We talked about building a tribe. We talked about being that living back in the day when you could, knock on your neighbor's door,
and get butter,
and
sugar,
get butter and
eggs.
sugar and different things like that. So community is always going to be on, a topic of discussion here at FOB because I think it's something that it's a word that you can work around. We understand that in order to have a community, there has to be some trust, some caring, some sincerity, amongst
in order
the
to
group.
have a good community, you're
Yeah.
going to have a community regardless. But you want that community to be vibrant, to be social, to be engaging, watchful. You're always going to have a community. You just don't want it to be negative. You want it to be positive, right? Uplifting community. It would be interesting to see what you guys think about. Let me just say this podcast, as I said when we were opening, it takes some work, it takes some commitment. I do appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us while we try to get back in the groove. I will take the blame coming back from my trip to Africa. Really just had me off schedule trying to get back into the groove. But now that we are back, I really, really want to encourage you to have some input. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I love seeing you on the screen. Don't get me wrong. Hello, hello.
Yes.
But I want to hear from you.
Welcome.
We want to hear what you have to say, and this is a interactive podcast. So join in on the conversation.
Yes, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all want to get in the metaverse too. We can get them Oculus glasses.
Oh my God.
We're gonna find a way to group chat with y'all on the metaverse. Moving forward, another hot topic of November, and I don't know that we got to go into this one, but it is a women's right to choose. This is a hot topic issue. Just period. One, I do feel like why is someone else able to tell individuals and women per se what to do with their body? I've heard all the arguments for why you should be pro-life or whatever. I am pro-choice. Do what feels good to you. But I found it kind of it's overwhelming to me to know that there can be these topics and these debates and these conversations amongst people who aren't women about women. So it is a problem for me.
Well, I think that here in the States, we live in a system of rules. Of rules and regulations. Somebody has to set the rules. So when you start talking about voting, this is how these topics come up. These are how they become part of our community.
Yes.
Women's rights have always been an issue. Women have really struggled to have a voice in places that were dominated by men. I mean, to be frank, white men. And so, I think today's world is no different. Women and those people who support women really need to take a stand and allow women to have the right to, I guess, just speak their minds on the topics that concern them, their families, and their livelihood. So,
and the space to do it, because I feel like when it first came out, everybody was just like, "Oh, you need to do this. Y'all don't need that be having all them." It just was so aggressive. Like, first off, for a lot of people, we don't know what their life entails. We don't know what happened. We don't know. And we know how it is when the unwanted babies come. So it's just so many factors that go into that. That I feel like even if you had like a pro-life type of feeling, then it should still be circumstantial. That's one of those things you can't always. This world is showing us every day and since the beginning of time. You cannot predict the future. You can't predict what's going to happen to you. You can even try to garner your path a certain way. You can't be for sure that it's going to do that. So it just was so aggressive, and I just feel like that same energy is never put towards male counterparts.
Well, no, I mean women really carry a lot of weight on their shoulders. Having children and rearing a family is definitely probably one of the biggest struggles, in addition to fighting for equal rights with and pay and in the workforce. Abortion rights is such a difficult topic because you look at children who who experience rape or women who experience rape. Is that how you want life to enter this world? And you get to have a say in that. So you can say you're pro-choice and you're pro-life, but there's always going to be an instance that doesn't fall in the category. So that's what makes it such a struggle. Is because there's always that case. You could say, "Oh, I'm pro-life, I'm pro-life." Oh, but there's this little female.
And it's so crazy because it was actually that's a real situation that happened, and it was a case that was happened to a younger girl, even younger than the 10-year-old. So with the sickness and the I forget the word for it, but the sickness that's in the minds of people sometimes it's just hard to be so adamant like this is what y'all shouldn't do. I just found that to be like the weirdest part of it. And then to hear the commentary that some of the men had in it. Like they had a couple of instances where their response was like crazy. Like you would think that people would know not to say that out in public.
Well, I just think that it's a really really tough subject. I don't think I'm definitely not judging anyone either way. I know what I stand for, but I do have respect for people who have other choices. I think that's one of the things that people come to the U.S. to the States for is to have a choice. You have to live your life. You have to recognize your creator, your God, what's in line with you, and that's it.
That's a real statement. And now for November's hottest topic. So if you guys have topics that you want to hear about going forward, feel free to let us know. You can DM Fran at Fran Gong, so FRANGONG organic, something like that. Not organic.
Because I know y'all want to talk about Kanye.
Listen, listen, if y'all gonna bring that Kanye situation, y'all better come with some facts, okay? Because she's this
right.
One,
Don't watch Netflix and then come ready to talk about.
Well, no. Watch the documentary. It's gonna give you some insight. But yes, let us know the topics y'all want to hear about. We don't want to be a regurgitation of everything that's happening on there, but the stuff that you guys care about that's happening on social media, we want to know about those too.
Yeah, and as far as topics, we do want to share with you that we have been meeting all kinds of people from business owners to celebrities that are interested in coming on the podcast. And so definitely, I think after the holidays going into the new year, we're going to create our lineup to include some special guests.
Yes, we will be looking to have the special guests, as you said, and your promos. So let us know. There will be little nominal promo fee. But yes, we want to get us shopping small, shopping black, shopping, people of color, shopping minorities. We ain't so we like diversity.
We love diversity, so we definitely want to create a space and an opportunity for businesses like mine, like others, to highlight and showcase their wares or their blessings.
Just so you know, I would be a really great guest.
Anyway, so that they could highlight their special items here on our platform to our audience and really have an opportunity to just to market to our
Yes, and we want the best of the best too. I don't want it to sound bad, but we here at Friends Organic Body Care, we do have a standard that we try to, live up to. So we are looking for the best and the brightest. Absolutely. Now we're moving on from the feel good topics. And we're going to, Fran and y'all, dissect this quote. And it's not really a dissection. We're just going to talk about it because I actually found it to be something that I think people, I've done it sometimes, but I try not to be too hard on myself. Self love. But it's something that we can get into. So this is a quote from And it looks like this might be either Twitter or the Instagram. And shout out to, if you ever see this, we shouted you out. Follow us, subscribe, like, you know what they say, like, share, subscribe. All of that YouTube stuff. So shout out to Queen of Drive, Kara J, and her quote went, "You get up every day and work hard, but you're still convinced you're not doing good enough. I wonder how much better you'd be doing if you were nicer to yourself and gave yourself some credit for doing the best you can." And it felt like a real statement to me, like she, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm thinking everything.
Well, but listen, y'all, I told you, it's been a while since y'all
It's been a
seen us in
while.
this
I'm not
setting.
polished. Got to get back to the polish. Okay.
So when I seen this, it was something that I feel like people could do a little bit more. And let's just give yourself credit. I know that people everywhere right now are having a whole mental health. You know, everyone's talking about it. Everyone has an opinion. Well, this is a start. You know, not being so hard on yourself, and you know, taking the time to recognize the good that you are doing. So there, how do I say? For me, an example of it would be I was stressed out recently one of the mornings trying to get out, you know, and go to work, and I was over the whole thought of it. And luckily enough for me, when I got to work, the energy was there at at my job. You know, customers were there. They gave me good energy, and it made me take a moment to be like, you know what, stuff feels crazy right now. Is everything's out of whack, but you can come here and you can make a difference for people. And I ain't saying make a difference like I'm changing my life, but I'm out here uplifting spirits, you know, and I'm proud of that. You know, I'm happy that when my customers leave me, they're like, you know what, I wasn't going to buy nothing, but you know what, and you know, I'm going to buy something because that's that's something I give myself credit for, and see where it itself can take me. So I see where good customer service can be of use to me, and you know, it's just something that I try to one of the things that I try to, put on myself to not be hard on myself.
Yeah. I just think that I know that in your explanation you referenced customer service and when you're at work. I think a lot of what people struggle with is just not being themselves and trying to mimic other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to get your joy and your happiness from mimicking other people, you're never going to be your best.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the hours that goes into people just on social media, that's what they're doing. They are stepping away from their reality,
Mm-hmm.
and then just engulfing themselves in just hours of pretty much fantasy. But if you rely on who you are, what you are, whether if you have goals, if you have aspirations, if it's just all about you, just all about you for a moment, you will find out that that's the best place. How can you live your life trying to be like somebody? You're always going to fall short. You're always going to fall short. I think that you should focus on yourself and what goals you have outlined for yourself, and then you'll feel better because you're not trying to meet somebody else's mark.
Mm-hmm. Or don't even a lot of people I don't it's something that I feel I can do, but I don't know that everyone else can. I am able to look at the people that I admire and I like what they're doing, especially if it's along the lines of things that I'm doing. I can look, see their journey, feel great about their journey without feeling bad about mine, and I think it comes with just a little bit of understanding sometimes. And you hear these quotes, so I'm not saying nothing new, but you hear these quotes. Don't look at somebody else's 5, 10 year journey next to your 1 to 3 years, or anything like that. Sometimes if you have, because I feel like when you say fantasy on the internet, I always think maybe these are how I say. I don't think it's all so deep fantasy, like how people say it, because my Instagram is kind of true to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, I feel the way that people feel like they need to put on, that picture. Now, granted, I ain't showing y'all deep down in my documentary of what's going on with me right now every day, but the things that I do share, sometimes I'm having an up day, sometimes I'm having a bad day, but I'm not gonna feel overwhelmed looking at what's happening with somebody else, even if they're doing the same thing that I'm doing and feeling like it should be me. No, there are certain accountability questions you have to ask yourself. Am I putting in the same type of work? That's not that'll change the outlook. Because if somebody is always working, if somebody gets up at 5 a.m. and go to sleep at 8:30, 9 p.m. And in between those times that they're up, they're working and they're getting stuff done. You can't compare my relaxed type of day to theirs. You got to get real about where you are, and that way you can understand where you're going, and you don't have to feel like I'm not doing enough. I remember being around people who were doing to me the most. Like you go to school, you work, you actually, are doing making good grades, and you're good at your job, and those people still be like, man, I wish, well, I could be doing. You could be relishing in where you are right now. You could be loving on yourself and not talking down, on you, because I think you don't mean to do it. Sometimes you just want to give yourself a push, but you got to find a way to give yourself a positive type of push. That's what it is, a positive push. A positive push is always going to be a push in the right direction, because it's what you focus on is what you put your effort into. But I think it's always an opportunity for you to go, woe is me. And I guess I'm not saying that you should beat yourself up about it. I'm just saying don't wallow on it. Yeah, don't stay there. Yeah, don't stay there. That's a weird place, to be at. It's just not doing anything for you. Yeah, and it's not ever. And yeah. So shout out to Kira, and shout out to you guys who are just trying to survive, every day and feeling like I don't know what to do next, or I don't blah blah blah, or what I could be doing more. Shout out to yourself. Sometimes I read little posts on different places, and I wish I could relate that in a real way to everyone. Like I really want y'all to talk better, feel better about yourself. And I think it really being grateful is a big part of it. I mean, you open your eyes in the morning, you can get out of bed and you can walk around. You got a head start. Yeah, you got a head start to school. Somebody didn't do it. Somebody didn't do it, and that's real talk. So, I think if you put your energy there, with being just grateful, you create just a platform that you can grow from. Because that's where it all starts from. If that's your beginning, you get up out of bed and you got a whole day to just do. Yeah. Just do. So, and to thrive. And to thrive, yeah. So take advantage of it. All righty. So shout out to Queen of Drive. I wonder what she do. Shout out Kira. Thank you for that comment. So we are going to move on to our not feeling topics. Now these aren't super like but it is a moment to I think about something. So actually Kira's quote does flow really well into our next not feeling topic, and that's dismantling imposter syndrome. So those are imposter syndrome. Yes, yes. So they're calling it perceived fraudulence. They have a couple different terminologies for it. A lot of people are experiencing it at their jobs, they're experiencing it at work. New business owners are experiencing it. One of the things that I seen or heard recently was someone was talking about, and I don't think they were talking about imposter syndrome in this way, but they was like, I don't know if I belong there, or blah blah blah. Why am I in this room? Something. And somebody was like, if you're in the room, you belong there. It's about what you do when you're there. So I would say I might have had a little brush with imposter syndrome, but there was an action that I took when I felt like I was in it. And this was before this was a terminology. when I first got my first retail job, I had came from fast food, and I had been there maybe 6 months, and my boss was trying to make me like a lead cashier. Now, for me, already I'm gonna move slowly. I'm gonna take my time, and I don't necessarily want to over exert myself. So I'm not gonna put me, in a place where I'm uncertain. And what I told him was, not right now. I only been working here a couple months. Let me feel this out. And before don't always need it, because it took me a while to answer again. I had to say something the next time.
Well, be ready when opportunity comes. Be ready.
So you could be ready. But when I went, when it came time, I did feel better moving, into those positions, after I had, took time to kind of learn the area where I was. Okay. So I don't know if that's going to be helpful for some people. Miss Fran hasn't heard of the terminology imposter syndrome. No. So she doesn't really have, I don't know.
Well, what did I say? Imposter syndrome. I said that it was somebody that was.
Ooh, I wanted to come to you because I did this.
Insecurity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said when I said it.
And if we can just, delve into that a little more, what do you think? Because if that was a good suggestion, your imposter syndrome could be coming, from straight up insecurity.
Well, I guess for me, the best example I could think of is when you meet someone the first time you meet them and they send their imposter, they don't send the real down, and they faking like bacon until what 2-3 months down the line, you be like, oh, there you go.
How do I say? But at work, is that
Same thing, same thing. When you get at work, you want to be the good person on the job. You want to get along. You want to be part of the team. You want to be part of the team. But really, I don't want to talk to you. Really, when lunch comes, I want to be by myself. Really, what I got in my lunch pail ain't none of your business.
I think that's a different level of imposters. I think that's like I don't know the real definition of it. I would say for me, I could have experienced it when I started working with you. I came from Victoria's Secret, from panties and bras to organic soap, y'all. And I will say to myself, what I did to combat that for me, because I was like, not to mention, I didn't think I could sell anything. But I did have the moment where I was like, because sometimes her customers are aggressive. They know things, they got a little.
They trying to get clean.
They got background history with being clean, eating clean, being organic. I had to learn. I had to put myself in a position where when I got customers that, they've been coming to friends, they know they talk about, they probably could give me some advice. I had to prep myself and be prepared for that. But there was a
that was an adaptable situation. That wasn't being an imposter because at the root of it, you're in sales, you're a representative, so you just went to a different product. That's different, but you were the same person. So you're instead of you saying panties, you turned out to be soap, scrub, deodorant, just one panties, but you were still selling. I got these 2 for 1. I got this 2 for whatever you get. It was still the same conversation. I'm saying
it's a similar conversation. I still see where someone else could have been. It could have been overwhelming for someone.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if they didn't have the background, that's a true imposter. You don't have a background. If you're coming from someone that has never done sales, and you're like, oh, I can do this.
I'm not sure the thing with people is most people actually have that opposite thought process. They like, oh, I can't do sales. And most people I talk to probably could.
Most people I talk to can do sales.
Most people have, how do I say, or they're picking and choosing when to have the personality, like the winning personality. Because people think sales is a whole lot of things. Mostly sales is being an original personality.
It's all about reality. But I mean, knowing how to conversate different topics, different people, and knowing how to switch it up. And it's truly about adapting. So it's not the same person who's coming to you every day, the same day, always want the same thing. You
Yeah.
got 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different people all wanting different things, all having their own personalities, and they want to have a different conversation. If you can't have that conversation, you can't sell. Yeah, you can't sell. Not well anymore. Not well.
You can learn. And if you guys have any stories of feeling like maybe you weren't good enough, or maybe you know had the imposter syndrome, and if you have any insight for us, feel free to drop it, to us. You can drop it in the comments. You can send it to us in a message or something.
If you've been an imposter
Or if you
or
experienced imposter
in your
syndrome,
life, let us know.
yes, we want to hear from you. Yes, yes, yes. So we're winding down. And we're on our last thing. And it's something I think we hit on before, but I don't think we went too deep in it. And it's a not feeling the topic. And I'm stating or calling out the new age lack of respect for elders. Why do the youth struggle with respect to, their elders and elders?
God diggity, I wouldn't know. I want to hear this.
Yeah, because for me, I actually just feel like there are so many things, and when you hear certain conversations or you see them on the internet, there's almost like this disdain for older people. And I know sometimes, like, we've all met or known an older person that might be mouthy, or they might be rude, or they might be. We're not saying that they don't exist, but I just know from my time period and when I grew up, that's a person that we would have just ignored. I'm not going to wow out your 55, 60-year-old, grandmother and 40 and under.
Well, here's the thing. It really starts from home. What is in you is what you do. So if you don't have respect in you, how can you give it?
Yeah, and they make so many excuses because the most recent one was they beat up a woman. I think she might have been in her 40s or something, but they were young kids. But they were on a bus, a public transportation, and they were cussing, unruly. And supposedly she said something to them. That's not uncommon, where I grew, where
Or out of the way.
but everybody was in the comments like, well, why would she approach them? Why would she say anything? And now, granted, some of them were coming from a place, for her own safety. But that's us having a thought process that, these new kids, you can't talk to the kids of today, or you can't approach them.
And the question is, why not? Why can't you talk? I mean, you have to, you can't be with your child every day. So at some point, you're going to have to cut the strings and let your child go out into the world. If you don't have a voice for how the world should treat your child, then your child is going to be subject to anything. Why can't that woman say, hey, I'm sitting here, I don't want to hear you cursing. I don't want to hear your foul language. I don't want to smell your reef or your weed, and I don't want to look at your butt standing in my face because your pants are sagging, babe. Why you the girl? You don't even ride the bus. How you even know that? I know that's what they doing on the bus. I see them getting on and getting off, but and all of that, I just think that if your home life, and granted, we have some children that are raised by parents that are not teaching them respectable behaviors. We have some parents that are teaching them respectable behavior. And I'm just saying, it's a struggle to deal with that in public places. You are responsible for the foundation that your children grow with, and it should be respectable.
Yeah, and that's what took me back, because even listening to the conversation, seeing people be like, well, she should have never approached them,
Oh my
was
God.
crazy to me. Because I'm like, well, when did we get to the place where we don't look at an older person, recognize that that's an older person, and either one, keep it moving, or two, just oblige them until they're not around. It's just like so weird to me. They try to put it on like respect is earned, not given. That's not true. For your older people, for the elderly, um, respect should be given. I feel like it just happened again when I was catching the bus. The lady clearly is older, And the guy was getting on, the older guy would have came and they like asked the bus driver, can you have somebody get up? She was like, I can't make nobody get up. They might have a disability pass too. And for me, my brain just was like, well, whether they got a disability pass or not, if they're mobile, like if you got a disability pass and you can walk and you can do whatever, the seats used to say reserved for the elderly and disabled. So it was a shocker to me to have a bus driver, not really, say anything. And that's what I'm saying about people's willingness to have a voice or to just advocate for the elderly or for somebody who's being mistreated in the public. Nobody stands up and support. You all have heard the story. When I was growing up, your neighbors could correct you. Real talk. Your neighbors could be like, Frankie, you ain't supposed to be up there, but tell you something. Be like, oh, you get yourself in line. And that went a long way to this very day. You respected them for imparting that, taking the time to impart some wisdom in your life to let you know, I got my eyes on you. Yeah, I got my eyes on you. You can't just do what you want out here in public. Take that crap to your house. That's that lack of community. Well, the community is there, but the community is not participating the way that they should because they don't trust it these days. Because for me in my brain, even though how I say, she probably felt good in saying something, the back of my brain was like, it wouldn't have, she would have just had to endure the cussing. I think they might pushed off the bus. I don't know, but it went down so much so that I had to be like, man, that's crazy. And recently it just happened like this week. I was like, what? And when the bus driver was like, I can't make them get up. I've been trying to be chill. But I was like, somebody, they should want to get up. Like, that's me on the bus. And eventually somebody did. But why? One lady made it all the way to the back, very back seat of the bus. So much so that when she was getting off, I had to call out to the bus driver twice because she slowed down. Right. Yeah, and she was going to take so long to get up. She had like 30 seconds to even get to the door to get off the bus. So all I got to say is walk to the back of the bus. God willing, you're going to be old one day. Your mother's going to be old. Your auntie, your brother, your sister's going to be old. How would you want them to be treated? Yeah. How would you, if this is happening now, is it going to get any better? But I don't know because I feel like back in my day when they thought we was the first like bring the children out. Now the new kids, you look like I was. What I know, back in my day, the bus driver would stop the bus. Now, as I was graduating, you just started to smell like guys smoking weed or whatever on the back of the bus. And the bus driver was like, all right now, but really wasn't stopping the bus. So, you started to see the change. But, now I would never have thought that we would make it to the day where you could be driving your car in public and have weed coming through your face. That's crazy. And like you say, you can talk to your eyes turn red or green. I ain't got nothing to do with it. It's your business. But I should have the right, whether to clean air. I have the right to clean air. We gave up the cigarettes in public. Nobody no longer doing that in the bar. Well, and cigarettes too. That little blue line to be outside of why people gotta, get a blue line. It should be a blue line for cigarettes and a green line for weed. Get in your box and stay there and blow towards the ground so I don't have to smell. And listen, for the most part, I don't want to be my nice feeling good self out and about with people. That's probably I like to be home when I know I'm going to do, a mess. That's not something shocking to me to see outside too. A lot of people just walking around super up on whatever they're up on. And I'm saying we got to have respect for our public spaces. If let's take a mother. A mother, she just gave birth to her child. So let's say she just come out with her child. She got a 2 month old baby. She come out. You want your baby in You want your baby in a cigarette in the first couple of months. She should be baby's got to come out. Mother's got to come out for the line. But I'll give the baby 8 months. You put your 8-month-old toddler smoking, inhaling reefer. That's in contact with the freezers, Lord. It's people realize, and we're going back to voting. When you vote things into law, yes,
There's always a consequence, right, that happens as a result. And toddlers inhaling weed is one of them.
Yes, poet revelation. You can bring in 6 empty and clean deodorant cans and get your free deodorant. I do say keep your like price deodorant with like price deodorant. No Lotus is walking because of 6 cans of mango.
But
yes, poet. Yes, poet.
Yes, poet. You ain't asked for all of that. You gave you a whole bunch of extra. That was for everybody. Anyway, I wouldn't want no baby inhaling weed because they just come out into the world and the law done passed, and so now we have no clean air. It's just like you have a mission test. You have a mission test for to test the carbons in the air. That was the problem. Test the carbons in the air. Right? So how can you force people to test the carbons in the air and affect our environment and then condone them with the secondhand smoke? It makes no sense. You can get cancer from secondhand smoke.
The thing about that is, how do I say it?
Explain to me, please.
As a smoker, and don't be judging me.
You talking, baby.
But yeah, I would say for me, my thing is if I catch the bus. So right now, if I'm about to partake in a little nicotine and I go into that little glass thingy where people stand at, I'm not gonna light up my cigarette just off the rim like and people
On the
already
bus.
did. No, in the thing, look when you waiting for bus
Oh,
outside,
yeah.
even in that place, I'm like, anybody mind? You know, I ask that question because even though I smoke, that's not I'm like, I don't like the smell of. So I don't like
Birdman smoke. How about
I
that?
don't like the
That's
smell
what you
of
say. That's what you say.
there is
Never know.
even
And
I
it's
don't-
all deadly.
yeah, I don't even want to smell other people. So I know when a person why a person would be like, oh, I don't want to smell that. So I'm thoughtful like that. But and I'm not gonna, leave out of now if I'm in the first person in that booth and I'm already doing what I'm doing, I'm probably not gonna put mine out because of y'all because I'm here first. We actually have the option to be like, you know what, I don't want to stand out. You know the little green stickers that was like green for poison and it'll be upside down frame. Maybe I should go around passing those out. Next time I smell somebody with green, I just put a little green. You better put a happy sticker on it.
I would give him a green sticker.
Thank you.
Like, yo, what's up with the green sticker? You know what you're doing. Yuck face with that green smoke. Anyway, I just think that
Let somebody be in.
no, I don't
Cause
think
they be tripping. Don't
yeah,
they?
they might come
The
up.
last person we let in was 485 for
He had already said child, and now he's back. So he's up in the good. I don't think so. Forgive me if you are, but I don't trust you. So I would just say that we have a responsibility to community. We have a responsibility to public places, and we definitely got a responsibility to our children.
Yeah.
All three, because they all intertwine, right?
Yes.
They all intertwine. Do your part.
Yes, and if
Do
you're
your
a young
part.
person, I know sometimes being in the crowd and being around that energy, you feel like you gotta kind of go along with that. Sometimes you can be the different person. It's okay to be the person that has a brain.
But
Sometimes.
it has respect.
Yeah,
Be
and
respectable.
and don't be fearful. A lot of people there's always this feeling of mind your business. You could get hurt, blah blah blah. If something happens to me while I'm doing the right thing, that's something that's happened to me. If it don't kill me, it's meant to make me stronger.
Don't be an imposter. Don't be a tag along. Be yourself. If you know decency, you know what's right from wrong, do what's right. Don't be an imposter.
Yeah.
Don't wear the mask for the sake of your friends because they will wind up in jail. And so you need to let them go as soon as you can anyway. Do you have any comments coming in tonight?
Deborah, friend, I still need to get.
Hi,
Hi,
Miss
Miss
Deborah. Hey,
Deborah.
Miss Deborah, I'm still here, darling. You can get to me whenever you need me. I'm still here. So, anything else on the agenda tonight?
Nope. You got anything that you want to share?
I just want to remind everybody that we are full swing holiday. We are still, we're actually still wrapping our last final items from Cyber Monday. But we do have a live organic warehouse coming up next Friday. We hope that everybody will attend. I'm actually going to run
Explain
and
to
get
them
the,
again what a live organic marketplace is for us.
so live organic is similar to QVC HSM. We go live, and it's going to happen right here on this podcast, in this setting. We'll go live, and we'll have a full roster of items that we will be selling. We'll hold them up one at a time. Okay, we'll have a black Vanna White, as you can see here, and Vanna will be showing you the items. Item number A is a stress relief essential oil that sells for $9.99. If you would like item number A, you would put number 1A in the comments, and the stress relief will be coming your way. Simple as that. We'll go over all the instructions, but it's just like QVC. It's just like QVC, and it's actually a lot of fun. You get a lot of things on discount. You get things that are special that are not on the website, that are not at our stand. But we will also have some of those things from our website instead at a special discount. So it's really really
Is a PO box fine, Miss Deborah?
DM me your address and phone number. Oh, okay. Yes, it's a really good time to finalize your last minute sales, get something special for yourself, or just come and hang out.
And all your favorites, guys, the stuff that you don't want to spend that full price money on.
Oh no, somebody wanted to see.
Oh yes, we're gonna we'll put your commercial on before you go.
Oh, I do not have a
You told me you have one.
Oh, let me see if I have a commercial, because I'm going to run and grab you one of the items that will be showing on the that will be showing on the live, and so that's an example of one of our commercials that we put together that really highlights some of our good things. So Van is going to show you one of the items will definitely be on live. These are our waist beads, and these are the a little bit more pricier ones. As you can see, they have the beads and the jewels and some of the crystals. So that will be one item that we sell. Those come straight from Africa. I sourced them. Oh my God, she is just going above and beyond. And then here's another item. This is like some kind of, all right, enough of the waist beads part. Okay. This is another item. Now I'm not putting it on right, but it kind of goes up.
It's giving chef.
I don't know how to do it, but it's like some kind of bonnet that you could wear.
Do you want me to trial it out for you?
Hold on. I'm trying, y'all. I think it goes something like this. I don't know if I have it on right, but maybe I should do it this way.
Yes, guys, while she's gone, we're going to look at these colors, waves. Oh, man. I'm going to try it on this one. Let's see if I can do it. If I can do it. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'll let the model be the model. So we have these head garnets here with the little knot at the end, and these are great for any kind of headstyle. We have a lot of these. A lot of girls ask for head wraps and garnets,
Yes.
so we brought these back, and they will be available on the live. And we also have regular garnet satin interior that you can use to sleep in, or to sleep in, or whatever. I have to see it.
And for that quick run to the airport.
Don't you go outside there. We talk about the wrong
Well,
generation.
put the turban on.
This is for sleep.
Not the turban one.
No, the turban one is for outside, but this is for the culture eyes and you sleep. Okay.
But if you're going to go to
With
sleep
the
on the
satin
plane,
to protect your hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then these are for outside. Okay, so you can do this.
Somebody say Cleo. Oh, this
Oh, Cleo. Oh, he's saying child. And these are for, whatever you want to wear these for outside with your outfit. You can wear this one outside, okay? So these are just two examples of what we have. In addition to a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, so next Friday's date is, I don't know, the third, maybe the 10th or something like that. We'll have a notice coming out, but until then, stay tuned. It is coming.
yes, guys. We are about to sign off. I ain't eat that good today, and I need to eat.
And I need to go to sleep.
Yes, it's been real. Don't forget, if you're shopping friends or getting body care, you can click the link in the bio at The Retail Solution.
She's trying to get commission, but
She's trying to
we wanted to remind you that we do have an affiliate program, and we encourage everyone to sign up for it so that you can get that passive income, without doing anything but just referring the website out under your special created link.
We want y'all to make us a top 10 national deodorant like we are. Get us the Grammy.
Now get us a Grammy. We thank you so much for joining us, and until Friday, we encourage you all to be organic, be your true self.
Yes.
Support your community. Support your rights.
Oh yes, support women's rights in general, human rights. Yes, and if you are dealing with imposter syndrome, I see you being the best you can be.
Good night, everybody.
Play my music.